All right, everyone, we are alive. Welcome to tonight's show. IE 617, does Gary feel lucky tonight? I don't think I feel very lucky tonight, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Welcome. I saw a bunch of you guys in here a little early. Mr. Nemesis Prime is in here. Man from Beantown. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. A lot of you guys were in here before I started, and I want to say thank you so much. Dave in the Cave, I see you. Benjamin, I like how half of Gary's garage was filled with 50-cent useless comic titles. Yeah, that was 76 boxes. That stuff should be going out soon, actually. Deep Dive Comics, we were chatting earlier today. Gary Baker. Tim O, Nick Larson, Henry Ortiz, Sith Lordley. Hello to everybody. I want to get just a few minutes of people hopping in here. And we're going to crack into 3 boxed heroes. That was a complete accident. 3 of them. Well, I ordered 3 on purpose. I accidentally ordered another 3. That was a complete accident. Emerald Knight, what's going on? King Collector. We're also going to get into the auction tonight. We're going to talk about what's coming tomorrow. A bunch of teases. If you guys follow me on Instagram, or even if you saw the picture I posted on YouTube, I posted a little teaser picture of some of the books. We're going to get into a lot more tonight. I have my lists here. I have my buy it nows here. I have my auctions here. A whole bunch of stuff. We got over 60 in the chat. Whoa, we got 100 in here. That was quick. And thank everybody. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Probably do about an hour tonight, maybe a little bit accident. Good as gold. How do you order boxes by accident? This is what happens, and I'll let you know. So after the show, Roger from 3 Men in a Basement was on with me, and I opened 3 horrendous torpedo boxes that were a joke. And my man Roger opened just 1 boxed Heroes, and the boxed Heroes box was better than like all 3 torpedo boxes put together. So the show ended. Boom, I ordered 3 boxed hero boxes. I'm like, all right, $100. Let me order 3 of these. This will be a great show. It'll be a nice follow-up to the torpedo disaster. Fast forward about a week or so, and I'm scratching my head. I'm like, I don't see an email that I placed this order. Maybe I didn't order the boxes. Let me order 3 right now because I must not have ordered them. I must have thought I did. Well, I actually did order the 3 boxes. So I have 3 mystery boxes here, and there are 3 mystery boxes coming either tomorrow, Saturday, or Monday. So that's how you accidentally order 3. Well, 6. I meant to order 3. I ended up with 6. It happens. Covers may vary. How you doing? Thank you guys, all of you guys. Thank you for being in here. Jay Wicked, yeah. You know what? And again, you've heard me talk about this. I've hit on the grand prizes. I've hit on prizes for torpedoes, so that's amazing. Good for me. Awesome. But when you miss, and you miss as terribly as we did, you could ask me, Nemesis Prime, Darkside Jedi, Everett Otto. You can ask all these guys. There were horrible misses. And I don't know if I've said this on this channel. I've said it on a few other channels. When you buy these mystery boxes, you're not only paying for the books, you're paying for the experience. And if I'm going to spend $100 on a box and not hit a grand prize, at least hit me back with like $75 of value, $80, something, 3/4 value, because you know what? You are paying for the experience, the thrill, the gamble, whatever you want to, hit me with these boxes were $100 a piece. And I don't think I had $20 in value. And that was times 3. Nemesis Prime, he was just as bad. Darkside Jedi had 4, and I don't think he had even $100 worth of stuff. So that's not gonna work. That's when I start having a problem. So before we get into this, I did want to let me hold on one sec. Before we get into this, I did want to maybe bring a special guest on. He's got a mystery box to open tonight. He's going to be chatting with us. The man himself.
Yeah, that's a good one. There we go. What's up? That's it. I'm trying to come in, Gary. I'm trying to get into your basement, man. You got to let me in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the garage?
Yeah, the garage. There you go. Awesome. What's up, everybody? I'm glad to be here tonight. I got a boxed Heroes too, man. So
you got 1.
I did get 1. Yes, I got another one in the mail, and just I've been getting a bunch of mail calls because I was on this buying frenzy last week, and all the stuff has been rolling in. And Three Men isn't going live till next week, and I'm going to Maine on Friday for a week, so I'm not going to have any time to do some unboxing. Very Gary's going on, so I said, "Hey, listen, let me slide right in." So I chopped my way in, right, Gare?
Yeah, absolutely. This happened about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago. That's right. Oh my God. Awesome. Awesome.
So here's the only thing I have two things to say about Boxed Heroes. Number one, they've set the bar so high from, oh man, they've set the bar so high from when we started buying them. And I'm not going to lie, you guys picked those boxes up first. The guys over at Three Men bought these boxes first, and I was really impressed. I'm like, you know what? These are really nice. These are well worth the $30 and $8 shipping. So you're into it for almost $40. I'm like, let me take a stab at these. I think I picked up two, and my boxes were outstanding. One of the better books I got out of there was actually The Hood #1.
Yep.
And spoiler alert. How's this? Spoiler alert. I did send that out for a pre-screen 9.8. Those books have come back, and I did record those. And my Hood came back a 9.8. That came out of the box.
Beautiful.
That's a $300 book in a 9.8.
Is it really going for 300 here?
Yeah.
I thought it was around $1.50 to 200, but wow.
No, I think they're 300.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So that's one that's in that video. But, you know, to get that out of a $30 mystery box, come on.
Right. No, I'm telling you. And I think that's the consensus with all the books in the Boxed Heroes, that the quality, whether it be a Bronze Age or modern book, that they're in great shape. So I don't know. It just goes to tell you the quality of the book. So it's been a great run with these guys, and I'm enjoying it. So
I think they are. Look at your boy. Is that you right there, or is that Roger?
Where's that? Let's see. What's he saying?
3 Men in a Basement.
That's not I don't know. I didn't type anything in, so that might be, I don't know.
So there you go. Nemesis Prime. Yep. Hood is selling for well over $300. You know, it's not a very popular book. You know, there's not a lot of them out there.
Right. And what do you think? Low print run on that gear? Is that why?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But what I wanted to get into with these Boxed Heroes, and we're going to get into these boxes probably within the next 5 minutes. So, but what I wanted to say is they set the bar so high. Can they maintain that level?
Yeah. Good question.
I don't know.
From what I understand, I think they can.
Okay.
I think they can. I think they can. I think they've been able to maintain it. I think what you're seeing right now is a surge that I don't think they necessarily expected so quickly, as far as getting the books out to everybody, right? Because I think the community right now, without having any cons, this is what I think. So as a collector, we have our money for our conventions. We have our money put aside for that, right? And we're not going to, you know, God forbid you have to use it on bills or anything like that, or the important stuff, but that's your con money, right? That's your comic book money. And that's why I think all these auctions, I know you got a big auction coming up tomorrow night.
Yep.
That my Warriors was last Tuesday. And I think that's why these auctions are getting such big responses, that we as collectors need something to collect, right? And once we got on that, you know what, this is quality stuff at a great price point versus garbage for $100 price point, then it kind of steamrolled into it. So I just think that bear with Boxed Heroes. They'll get their stuff out to you guys. It's coming. They're working on their weekends, from what I understand. And
I actually did get
ways.
It's funny. I did get the email that they are delayed. I don't think they anticipated this kind of, you know, these orders.
Correct. But I think it's a sign of the time, right? As far as, you know, no cons, no, you know, LCSs are just opening up. People want good quality stuff. And you know what? It's fun to do. Let's face it. It's fun. And when you see somebody else get something good, then, hey, you know what? You want to do it too. So, you know,
my only gripe, here's my only gripe. Yep. And let's put my theory to the test. Oh, Kooky. I'm glad you noticed that, huh? Love the TMNT Pearl Jam shirt. You like that? That mashup? The 10 album?
Love it.
So, the only gripe I have with them, and I don't know if this is just me or whatnot. So I never order just one box. Because I like doing the show live. I like having a little bit of content before we get into like Q&As and talking and whatnot and the topic of the day. So I like to order at least 2 of them. When I just ordered 3. When I ordered 3 Boxed Hero boxes, they all came in one box, which is fine. You know, one big box. The problem I have is I know when you hit a grand prize, the boxed hero, the physical boxed hero box is bigger.
Correct. Right.
So I know immediately that I don't have a grand prize. And now I'm concerned that do I need to order just one at a time to hit the grand prize? Because these 3 boxes were in one box, fit nice and snug, where
Yep.
you couldn't fit a bigger box in there. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, or it's just what's happened to me. We'll know soon. I do have another 3 coming in like a few days or whatever.
Right.
But
So you were so disgusted with the torpedo. You bought the 3 from Box Heroes and then you bought another 3. Is that how it worked out?
yeah, because I didn't remember that I ordered the original 3 and they
Gotcha,
were
gotcha,
so
gotcha.
delayed. Remember they were getting them out in like 2 days to you?
Yes, correct. Right.
Well, it was like a good week later and I never heard anything. I'm like, oh, I must not have ordered them. Let me order
Right.
3 more.
Okay.
So then I ordered 3 more. So I have 6 total, 3 tonight and 3 sometime probably next week. We'll go live again.
Oh, that's great.
But what do you think? You want to get into them?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm dying to see it. Let's see some shiny
All right,
Mylars, some cool books.
So you have 1 boxed heroes and a mail call?
Yeah, I do have a mail call, which was something that I picked up 100% based on speculation. So I'd like to show that to you guys in a couple minutes. And
all right,
so, yeah.
so let's do this. Let me open 1 box. You open one or the other. I'll open another box. You open the other one, and I'll open the last one.
No problem. Good stuff.
All right. So here we go. First box. Boxed Heroes. Once again, I think it's boxedheroes.com, right?
Boxheroes.com. Yep. And
yeah,
they've got
$30 plus $8 shipping.
Yep.
You know, so you're looking at $40. I got 2 cards.
Oh, there you go. The 2 cards.
See that? This is just information cards. They want you to tag them, you know, put them on social media, all that.
They are doing a free giveaway on social media right now, right?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah.
The boxes are nice. The physical boxes.
Yeah, they are. I rehashed them myself.
All right. So here we go. I'll try not to. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Sorry, Ev. Hold on.
Problem.
Here we go. So. All right. Here we go. Let's go this way. You guys can see it first. Here's the first book. Batman Alien, book 1 of 3. They are in nice shape, and I do love getting the Mylars. ASM 281, high grade, you know, a little copper Spidey, but it is high grade. The Champions number 4. All right, what's this? Bronze.
Yep.
Still need to see. I need to see a key. Oh, what is this? Dingbats number 6. First issue. I don't know. Kirby. I'm not happy here. I know you just got a 9.8 in this, right?
I did. I actually got 2 of them. So
this certainly is not a 9.8.
No, huh?
No. And then last but not least, Supergirl 23, the foil art germ variant.
Jeez. Okay.
So I'm not, you know,
a little bit of a
not that great this go around. At least I got the Mylars.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Not that great. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So this is a.
Hold on. How do I get you up there? There we go. All right, you're up.
All right. So these are some spec books that I bought off eBay after I watched Lords of the Logbox, and I've kind of lost my way when it comes to collecting at this point. Like I think I've become so, and this may be a video for another time or sometime when I do an open mic, but I become so concerned with what the next move is as far as what books are out there that I found myself like buying stuff that I typically wouldn't hunt for. But I think right now the Spider-Verse is so hot that you can't, it's unbelievable. And you just don't know which way they can go with it. And from my point of view, you know, the original Kirby Green Goblin, like the Spider-Man villains, those Silver Age books, they are not going down in price, right? They're not.
Oh, no.
They're not, right? Miles, the first Miles at a 9.8, that's not ever going below $1,000 again, right? Let's face that.
It's gonna, if it does, it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Correct. Spider-Gwen, right? Spider-Gwen. That's gonna be the next book to spike, you know? So when we were talking about these books, we talked about like the ultimate Spider-Man books and like the Green Goblin. So I jumped on eBay and I found a guy selling a whole set And this is so funny because you guys, I have wicked bad dyslexia. So when sometimes things just jump around to me. So this package came from Jay Rule from Everett, Washington, right? So when I first looked at it, I was like, my God, Ja Rule lives in Everett, Washington. So I did say Kirby Green Goblin. I meant to say Ditko. I'm sorry. Yeah, so pretty funny with that package. So I just picked up this whole lot, and I think I paid less than, I think I paid $2 to $3 per book. So Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the free comic book day. 3, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look at you go.
7, 8, 9, and 10, right? But in this lot, and he threw in 79, which was a Wizard World. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Well, let me tell you something. You better keep an eye on Ultimate Spider-Man 4 and 6.
Correct, right? Okay.
Yeah. Those are that's first appearance of Norman, and then you have the Ultimate Green Goblin for 6. There's rumors out there that they're coming.
Right. So 4, 5, and 6 were the whole reason I bought this. So now I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to press them. I'm going to send them in. We'll hope for the 9-8, and see what we can do. And I'll just sit on them. Who knows, and that's got a couple spine dings.
I hope you get a 9-8 too.
Yeah, 5 is the low print run. That's good to know. All right, 5 right here.
I like those covers too.
Yeah. So I think they're cool, and again, just dig for them. And I just jumped on eBay and I picked them up, and we'll see which way to go with them, because if there's one thing I've learned since I've been back in this collecting game and through Instagram and stuff like that, that Spider-Man is not going anywhere. It's hitting on all cylinders on every age bracket, whether you're 65 years old or you're 16, right? It appeals to everybody's, it appeals to every age group possible, every demographic. Whereas the X-Men, maybe not so much. Fantastic Four, not so much. But Spidey, the Spider-Verse, everybody, right, Gare? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't know anyone who doesn't like Spider-Man. So everybody has their favorite Spidey villain. Yep. Everyone really likes Spider-Man, and I feel like 9 out of 10 people have to love Venom, especially people in our age group, in our window here. Love it. KTM, real quick, 690. How much does a press cost? Number one, depends on your presser, depends on the era of the book, and it depends on what needs to be done to the book, whether it's a quick press, a clean with a press, or a spine roll. It varies tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think? You want me to crack another one of these open?
Yeah, let's see what you got, man. You got to get something good out of there.
We'll see. I'm not impressed with the first one, which is that was a concern of mine. So we'll see. Another 2 of these. They should save on the cardboard. All right. Now you have one boxed heroes, and then
I've got one boxed heroes. Yeah. Right?
And then we'll talk about the auction. Talk with the chat. I know you can't make it, but we'll see. All right, let's do. I'm gonna do this one first. I do love these books. I'm a loser. This is the lenticular. This is Aquaman 23.1. If you guys remember in the New 52, they did a whole bunch of the lenticulars with the villains. These things are great to get graded too. They're not ultra expensive. Sometimes you hit a 9.9 or a 10 because the cover's a lot thicker, but they do look great.
I think their lenticulars were much better than Marvel's, to be honest with you. After I saw that whole run, I just thought they did them way better.
Here comes. I don't even know what the hell this is. Oh, Elektra and Wolverine, book 2 of 3. It's a thicker square bound book. Nothing that special. There you go. X-Men 214. Yeah. God. Conditions aren't where they were either before. That's not bad. Monsters on the Prowl 27.
Yeah.
Bronze Age book. Not bad. That one's not bad. Mr. Miracle.
Miracle. There you go. What
15. Some Kirby goodness, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Bronze. Some bronze fillers. I'm all right with that. I don't know what this is. Inner Demons, Tales of the Marvels. This one I don't know what. I have no idea what that is. But it did come in Mylar, so you know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
So there's box 2.
Jeez. All right. Let's see what I can pull out of this now. All right. So
You
I got
ready?
one box right here. Yep. I got one box and I've got another one coming. But again, this came in the mail. I'm sitting on a bunch of mail calls and yeah, I just had to open something, man. I just had to. And, I love to do it with you guys. So, all right.
Now you only ordered one.
I did. I ordered one and I got another box coming because I went like one at a time and for no reason other than stuff. And I did order some stuff. I got a couple blind boxes from Mike, the Big To Do over Comic Tunes and Toys. So I've got some of that stuff coming and I got some other things coming. So I wanted to save it. So, all right. So I'm going to start flipping. Ready? All right. First book. Zod #1. Okay. Don't know too much about this.
That's not lenticular.
That's
Oh, it is the lenticular.
Yeah,
okay.
it's lenticular right there.
I like them.
All right. I did get 2 inserts for those people who are asking. So 2 inserts.
Why? Why are they doing that?
I don't know. Maybe they were wrong. All right. All right. So
Oh, they're different. That's why.
Oh, they are. Oh,
they're different.
Okay. So this is pretty cool. It's a square bound book. I am a fan of Rye. So it's a Rye compendium. So I'm going to check that out. All right. So pretty cool.
Not bad.
We've got.
Oh, that's a nice book.
All
that's
right.
That's an Eddie Brock cameo.
Okay, first Eddie Brock cameo. Is that right?
It's a cameo. I think they show his hand or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but
right.
All
right. But I'll tell you, for a black book, one tick, or actually not even a color break, more of a tick. But there we go. Okay.
Nice book.
Yep. Next book. Another Spidey, 245, some Hobgoblin love. Okay. A good filler for that. Oh, all right. Love this book. Nimrod book right there. Right?
Copper X-Men.
Yep. Okay.
That's got 80s written all over it, huh?
Yeah. And then the last book. This might be another whiff too. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, a little George Perez book, but
35-cent cover.
35-cent. Faces of Evil. Oh, this is Al Milgrom and Bob Layton. But
Milgrom was on everything.
Yeah, I know. But there's my boxed heroes. I probably could have waited, but it's all right. Decent Mylars. Take the chance. But it is odd. So yeah. So you know what? I would have got less out of the torpedo, right?
Oh yeah, you would have gotten less and paid 3 times as much.
Yeah. So, geez. Okay. It is what it is. Good stuff.
Well, what do you say? Let's crack this last one open.
Yeah, last one.
All right, hold on now. Last one. The cards.
Oh yeah,
so this might be it for the boxed heroes. I do have 3 more coming. Boy, can you guys hear the fireworks in the background?
You got almost 300 people in a live chat here. That's awesome.
What is up, everyone? Can you hear? Wait, can you hear the fireworks? No,
I can't. No.
All right.
Before you get started, Amy Cleaver, want to sell the ASM? Sure. DM me on Instagram, Everett_Otto.
Here's the first book out of here. Cable #1.
Okay.
And I'm just going to show you guys first. Batman Ankh.
Okay.
Batman the Ankh. Right? Is that how you pronounce that? Another bronze Copper X-Men 215. I don't feel good. What is this? Oh, Atlas Comics. Aren't you collecting all the #1s?
I am collecting all the #1s. There you go. That's a good book for Otto. I do need the Destructor. There you go.
Here we go.
Oh, nice
Hulk 181. Is that good? No.
Yeah.
140. That's a 15-cent book. That's a 15-cent cover. I like that. And last but not least, a Marvels. Okay. 1 through 4. I don't know what number this one is, the Human Torch one.
All right.
But that's it. I mean,
C+ at best, C+, B- maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Somewhere in there. Not great. I'm not really happy I have 3 more coming.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You got to play the odds, right? So take all 6 of them, put them together and see what you can get,
There you go.
So
And again, I spent $100 on these. It's still better than the 300 I spent on the torpedo
yeah.
box. But we're
But
25 minutes in. I did want to talk about tomorrow night.
okay, you got an auction tomorrow, right?
I've got an auction tomorrow. I
think
will be with Roger Levesque from Three Men in a Basement.
Get out of here. Roger's joining you?
Roger's coming.
All right.
And DeButcha, my man Jay, he'll be with us as well. And we're starting tomorrow at 7.
Wow, you're going early, huh?
We're starting a little early, 7 p.m., and we're going to be going a ways. We're going to be going till I don't know when. So when I did it with just Jay, we went till 1 a.m.
Good Lord.
Just the two of us. And it got to the point where my list, I had run out of books on my list. Everything was done. I'm like, you know what? Let me just start taking requests. And I'm down to do that again. If I can get through my list, Roger's list. So I could actually start talking about some of the stuff we got going on tomorrow. I don't know what Roger's bringing to the table. I don't know.
I did talk to Roger, and Roger is going to be selling some books for me too, so I can bounce off. After you go, I'll talk about what Roger's bringing and what I'm bringing too. So
I did tease a little bit on Instagram. I did tease a little bit on YouTube. But quickly, I've got a lot of lots going. I've got a DC lenticular lot, which is funny because we just opened some. Maybe I'll throw this one in there too. I have a whole giant lot of nothing but variants, Marvel and DC mixed.
wow.
I have a Captain America 25 lot. That's different variants as well as the regular cover. That's the first, what's his name? Falcon as Captain America.
Oh, that's a good book.
So there'll be 3. I think there's 3 books in there. I have a silver and bronze Spider-Man lot coming, a Daredevil lot. I have an autographed raw copy of Mad Love by Paul Dini. That's going. I have a tremendous, I think it's almost 30 books of Miles Morales lot, including number 1s, variants of number 1s, that kissing issue, the marriage issue cover. I've got the one with him being arrested, that cover. That's a huge
cover right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one. Batman White Knight and Curse of the White Knight. Would you be into selling one of your New Mutant 98s? Yes, Salvador, I would. What else we have? I have a Web of Spider-Man lot, a Green Lantern lot with some keys in there. I think first Parallax is in there. I think first Kyle Rayner may be in there. And then I have a second Miles Morales lot.
Really?
Oh, you know what I have, which is cool? I have an Adam Hughes Catwoman lot going tomorrow.
Nice.
So I like that. Now, you guys if you saw the tease, I have an ASM 361, Batman 155, which is the first Silver Age Penguin, an ASM 252, first Black Suit, a Batman 181, which is Poison Ivy. I do have that. I have a nice little a Silver Age Fantastic Four lot signed by Joe Sinnott.
No way.
3 of those. I don't know what's going on with my computer here. Acting squirrely. Oh, you know what I have here too? And this is a great little thing. A great little spec lot, the Illuminati.
Oh.
You have an Illuminati lot coming. First Silver Age Catwoman. Lois Lane.
Nice.
Have that. I have some slabs going too. Some slabs going too tomorrow. I have a Lobo number 1, an 8.5 dual signed. What else do I have here? A Marvel Comics 1000 graded at a 9.8. And those are just the auctions. Those aren't the buy it nows.
Wow. Jeez.
So that's the first little run. Do you want to say what you want to let the people know what you've got going with Roger tomorrow?
Yeah. So Roger is stepping on. He's got a lot of Spidey stuff. He's got a DC Presents number 26, probably somewhere around an 8 to 8. First Teen Titans, the first Titans, Marvel DC Presents 26. He's got some Star Wars books. He's got some slabs. So he's going to do a couple auctions, couple buy it nows. For me, I have a what do I have? I've got a nice 9.6 linear set that is a stack raffle. So it's going to be pretty cool once you see it. And the first book that's going to start that is the 9.6 Amazing Spider-Man variant, the Romita cover, the one that we love so much with all the 10 characters on it, right? So we've got that at a 9.6. So we're going to start that off at like $50. But once that hits a certain price point, Roger's going to stack it with another 9.6. And then once it should hit, because I'm not gauging it that high, it's going to hit another 9.6. So somebody could win 3 9.6s for a great price. I've got a decent Werewolf by Night 33, the second appearance. I would say that's about a fine. I've got to buy it now of like I think it's like $65 I put for that. That's
a hot book, man.
That's a hot book and getting harder and harder to find. And what else did I get? I've got a 9.8 first Omega Red going up for well under GPA, and some other things. So yeah, so we're definitely going to be, Roger's going to be bringing some heat. He's going to be proctoring some stuff for me. So it's going to be some good stuff. So yeah. Any Teen Titans 12, Gary?
No Teen Titans 12. My computer's acting all squirrely. I can't even get to the comments. Ooh, I can do it from here.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't have a Teen Titans 12 going on. Did Roger tell you what he's got?
Well, yeah, he's got the DC Presents. He's still putting it all
his
together.
Stuff. So okay,
that's all his stuff. He's got a DC Presents. He's got a bunch of hip hop variants. So, just so you know, so that's going to be out there. Emerald Knight 041 has asked me, what is the grade of my first Doom behind me? Good eye. It's a 3.5. You know, ideally I'd like to have it in a 5.0, but 3.5 is, you know, what the auto bank could afford, right? So
I ever tell you mine that I ended up with?
I know. I remember that book. I tried so hard to win that book. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was a 5?
It was a 6 restored. I had it removed and it came back a 5.5 blue label.
Oh my God. I remember that book. Gary, that's got to have been 2 years ago.
It's probably around 2 years ago because I was living in this house when I picked it up. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then Gary, you've got a message from Salvatore saying can't see the comments. Ask him to email you. He's got his email address up there, so I'm sure you'll find it.
All right. Yeah, he could hit me up on Instagram too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. For some reason, my computer, I'm trying to use it as a touchscreen. I'm trying to use the mouse. None of this is working. I don't know what happened. So we're gonna have to end the show with me just closing the laptop and hoping it all closes.
Yeah.
So those are some of the auctions. I have Buy It Nows coming too.
Nice.
So some of the Buy It Nows I have, and I don't want to say everything. So some of the slabs, right? Let's see. I have, and this is a hot book. This was on Comic Tom's list not too long ago. Future Imperfect #1. I have that in a CGC 9.8. That's the first Maestro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I have that. I don't have it close by. I do have an Avengers 196, which is the first Taskmaster. Here's the big one. Now, I don't know if this is going to sell as a Buy It Now. And Everett, I know you said you wanted this book.
I do want this book.
I
can't pull the trigger, but I want this book. I sold mine. I sold mine to buy another book, but
what grade was it?
I had a 9.8. I had a Raw Dog. I had a 1, 2, and 3 that I bought all as a set, and 1 came back in 9.8, 2 came back in 9.4, and then 3 came back in 9.8. So I ended up selling the 2 and 3 because they weren't linear. And then a Brave and the Bold 28 popped up for a great price. And that's why I remember
that.
Right. And that's why I had to sell the book that you're talking about. So let's see what you're talking about, Gare.
I'm talking about a Walking Dead #1.
Jeez.
I do have it going tomorrow in a Buy It Now in a CGC 9.6.
Okay. Wow.
That's the biggest book of the night. That's going to be my biggest book of the night. And I don't know if I really expect that to sell. It's very expensive. We'll go over pricing tomorrow and all that. Hopefully my computer doesn't do what it's doing right now tomorrow. I have The Boys #1 coming in a 9.4 going up tomorrow for a Buy It Now. I have a Marvel Premiere 1 Buy It Now, a Spawn #1 in a 9.8 tomorrow. Watchmen #1 in a 9.6. These are just some of the things. I have a little Harbinger lot. Harbinger 0, the pink variant, the pink card, that was the one you had to mail in the coupons for to get the
And
zero.
what's that grade, Gary?
What?
What grade is that?
It's raw.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And then I have a Harbinger 1 going with it with the coupon. So you get 0 and 1.
Wow. Okay.
I have the Umbrella Academy lot that I had during your auction that didn't sell. I'm going to do a buy it now for that tomorrow.
Okay.
No Marvel Zombies. Sandman #1, which is a real hot book right now. I do have that. I have a V for Vendetta #1 and a 9.8.
Oh, that's a good book.
Let's see. A Batman. Where is it? A Batman. Oh, I thought I had it for a buy it now. Oh yeah, Batman 404 9.8. That's year 1, book 1. That's the Frank Miller year 1 book.
Yeah.
And I've got a Venom 4 and a 9.8 for Scream, right?
Right.
Or Shriek? Scream or Shriek? I think it's
Scream. I think it's Scream, yeah.
Yeah. So that's coming too. So that's some of this stuff. But again, if we can blow through everything, which is totally possible, I'll just start taking requests like last time.
Yep.
That's perfectly fine. Jeez. It's gonna be a free for all.
Now, what about Jay, the butcher? I know he's coming on. Is he moving anything? What does he got?
So Jay, I don't know what he's doing. He may have a couple things to sell. He may just be moderating. I'm not sure. I know we're gonna have a good time.
Oh, it's always a good time when he's around, right?
Yeah. Boy, I don't know what is going on with my computer here. It's touchscreen. I don't know. I'm sure it won't go. It won't do this tomorrow.
Gary, any Saga? People are asking. Any Saga?
I can. Not a Saga 1 because everybody saw the Saga. I could do the Saga 1 buy it now. I just have to figure out a price, and I haven't really looked into it. We're not going to talk about any pricing tonight. Just what's coming tomorrow.
Right.
All right, now, did you say you were doing buy it nows on your end?
Yeah, I've got some buy it nows. So my buy it nows are the X-Men,
right.
X-Men #4, 9.8. That's going to be a buy it now.
That's the Omega Red.
That's the Omega Red. The Werewolf by Night 33. That's going to be a buy it now. And then I think that is it. I mean, I was just at Roger's house literally an hour ago before I jumped on with you. We wrote it all down, but there's a nice 9.6 stacker auction that he's going to do. So
yeah, that's the one. That'll be good. And Roger's going to have some good stuff. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Regardless, we'll have a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It was last time.
Well, it was great. Oh my God, we had so many. We couldn't stop laughing. And then the next day, I was so in awe how many people responded to it, how many people enjoyed it, or how many messages I got through Instagram or in our messages saying, "Hey, man, didn't buy anything, but just enjoyed spending time talking about books and chopping it up." And, I think that's why shows like this are very important to the community because you know what? It's not just about, hey, this is what's going on. It's more of, hey, let's talk about some things. Let's talk about books and bring in different types of books because you've got a lot of different books. I've got a lot of different books. Roger's got a lot of different books. And definitely by what I'm seeing in the chat, there are a lot of different collecting styles in this chat, man, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's the best part about this hobby, man. I think you've heard me say it. There's so many avenues to collect.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Oh, Emerald Knight has a question for me. Did I sell the graded Crane Justice League cover that he signed? I did not. If you're interested, I'll sell it to you at a great price and I'll ship it out tomorrow. So Emerald Knight 041, hit me up on Instagram at Everett_Otto. And I'll give you the deal of the day for that, buddy. Even though I love that book, but it's doesn't really suit the collection right now.
Anthony Manzano question. No Phantom Rider Carter Slade up for auction. Yeah, no, probably not. But again, I'm going to take want lists, or I should say requests for auctions. It happened last time because so the thing that I do, if I'm running an auction, I usually throw 1 or 2 buy it nows up during an auction. So if they sell real quick and the auction's still going, I'll throw another buy it now up right in the middle of it. Why not?
Right. Why not? Right.
So the buy it nows. So I'll tell you right now, I currently have 31 auctions scheduled and I have 22 buy it nows.
Wow.
We can blow through that in a few hours.
You definitely can.
We did last time.
We did. Let me ask you. So how long did it take you to do this list, to get everything organized, because I mean, not only do you have your list, but you've got it piled up. You know what I mean? And I don't think we're just pulling stuff out, which is, I think, kudos to you and to your auctions and everything like that. You have put time into this, right? Like a lot. So,
Yeah.
and it's good. And it shows when you've got 300 people in the live chat.
Yeah. It does take me, you know what it is about a week before the auction, I'll start getting things together, and it takes me about an hour a night for about a week getting things together. And then once I get the stuff together, then I start putting them in order, writing the number down. Okay, this lot is number 1, or this auction is number 1, this book is number 1, and 2, 3, 4. And now I also have them in long, short boxes with Post-it notes numbered that match my list. So I know exactly what's next. And I'll move all the cameras and everything around. And we're going to have a blast tomorrow. It was a lot of fun last time. You know, we had 300 people in the auction last time. Hopefully it's more of the same.
Yeah, no.
I hope we get a lot of a lot of karate chops.
No, we'll see. Let me see. Hey,
we'll
guys,
see.
But I made it. Venom 3 or Venom Lot.
Dude, my computer is squirrely. What is going on?
What's up with that pic right there?
That's actually Ryan's.
That is sick.
Dude, my computer is a disaster. We may have to bail. I don't know what is going on. Now you have to just look at the Phoenix. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, Ryan did a great job on that. So, Gary, who did that? Why don't you tell everybody who did that while it's up?
That's Ryan Brown.
Oh, my God.
Should I go over here? That's Ryan, Mr. Zombie Pets. He used to be on my show a lot. If I could just get it off the screen.
Yeah.
He used to be on the show a lot, but then COVID hit.
Yeah, that sucked.
And I've kind of been running things solo.
Yeah.
I hope people like that.
Gary, so we've got a question. Action Man Keegan says, how does your auction work? Can you explain?
Yeah, man, this is a disaster, this thing. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so what's going to happen is I'll be showing books. Roger will be showing books. You're basically going to be bidding in the live chat. And highest bidder wins. And what happens too is I don't really like the whole sniping. You're not going to be able to snipe. So usually what I do is when the bidding slows down, I set it for 30 seconds, the clock. Every bid that comes in during the 30 seconds, we reset it. And if no bids come in during the 30 seconds, we stop. And that's it. Man, look at this. Oh, we got a super chat from Paul PC. Cheers, guys. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with this damn thing. My computer is a disaster. If this happens tomorrow, it'll be a fiasco. But that's it. I think we just have to end it, dude.
Yeah, it's tough when technology doesn't go your way. So
it's just a mess.
Torpedo's sending us something. So
who?
Torpedo's sending you like some kind of jam through your Wi-Fi, you know?
Maybe that's what it is.
You know, but that is a sick pick. But anyway.
I don't know. Well, all right. I'm going to try to end this. And
yep. All right. So I don't know where Gary just went. I don't know if we're still live. But yeah, check out Very Gary's channel tomorrow. For all you guys don't know, my name's Everett Otto. I'm on a show called 3 Men in a Basement. Sub us up, 3 Men in a Basement, all one word. My boy Roger Levesque, Nemesis Prime, Dave in a Cave. We do a great show, as always. Lords in a Long Box, TiVo, Dark Side Jedi. So am I live right now? All right. Randy, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So it's still ticking out we're live, but I've got the picture right over my face. So anyway. Yeah, any questions for anybody else that I could answer per se? I know Gary's on his way out, but we'll see what happens. Deep Dive Comics, what's up? I look like thanks, Jason Donovan. Pretty good. Emerald Knight, Emerald Knight, hit me up on Instagram, Everett_Otto. You won't be disappointed in the price that I give you. It's a 3MIB takeover. I wouldn't do that to Gary. Gary's one of my good friends. Let's see who else we've got. Is there a website you can post pictures of a comic and get a grade from other collectors so you can decide if you want to send it in or not? That's a good question. Rush Diehard, the grade on the Werewolf 33, it's very good to find, okay? And the price that we're going to do the buy it now at is the price that I sold it for. If you were to grade it, you would probably get a 4.5, maybe 5 out of it. It depends, but you know, to be gracious on it or to be cautious, I would say it's a very good to find. Let's see. No idea what's happening. Hey, Very Gary's in the live chat. So somebody just said, oh, Paul PC, I was going to ask you. I'm glad you got your question. So you'll have to take it off into the mouse. Okay. Jason Donovan, what's my Grail comic that I own? I have two. Gary, you want to come back into your show? My God. So my Grail, I have a Hulk 181 at a 9.2, and I have a X-Men 1 at a 3.5. Those are both my Grails, 1 and 1A. So I am going to log off. I'm going to go find out what happened to Gary. So guys, sub up to Very Gary's channel tomorrow night. Yo, he's back. See, okay.
I still don't know how to get rid of this thing. Hold on. My computer started working again. You want to just keep rolling with this?
Yeah, we might as well. I mean, we still got 200 people. We can still talk a little bit longer. Oh, there you go. It's gone.
All right. Ooh. Hold on.
Now you're ticking. Oh, now we've got another picture.
We do?
Well, it just popped up. But
yeah. All right, we're good.
Okay. All right. So,
what I miss?
No, nothing. I was just talking. I was talking on your channel, having a good time.
No big deal.
And Mass Marvel is asking, do you guys still recommend Box Heroes Mystery Box? Yes, because what I feel that I got in my box was definitely worth $38. If I would take it and send it in to CGC plus my costs, I could get my money back. So I know Gary didn't necessarily hit the home run, but you know what?
No, I didn't do too well, but I'm not heartbroken or upset as I was at Torpedo. Like I was,
that was sickening. Gary, listen to me. Let's face the facts. We spent $1,000 between us, right?
All of us.
Now, I don't know about you, but I know me in my life. If I spent $1,000 and got almost less than a 10% return, right? Like less than $100 total on what we spent,
that's not, bro, that is not exaggerating.
Right.
When out of the $1,000 that we spent as a group,
correct,
we probably got back $100 at best.
At best, right? At best.
Yeah.
And at one point, Ryan, Darkside Jedi, who had 4 boxes, was just
$400 plus shipping.
Right. Yeah. Was just throwing the books away because they were so bad. So, you know what? Listen, I think everybody in this group, in the 200 people, 200, 300 people, we are avid collectors, right? We're just not walking in. We're not walking in blind. And not to belabor on this, but to just take stuff and fill it in and, jack up the price and put, a price that's 75% over, what you think it is. It's just wrong. And it's just something that I won't back, and I'll never buy another box again. What I think they should have done, Gary, maybe you'll agree with me, is because the book everybody wanted was the grand prize.
Yeah.
If you would have told me that they're doing raffle spots at $100 for whatever it was, plus their juice, I would have rather have done that. I would have rather
100%.
Right. So yeah, I would have 100%. Yeah.
It was did you see how quick they came back with a better box with way more prizes?
No, because I stopped following them.
One?
I stopped everything. I stopped following them. I don't even follow them on any social media whatsoever. So,
And again, I know I'm going to be repeating myself, but maybe the 200 people that are here, if you weren't here in the beginning, when I spend money on a mystery box, you got to realize too, you're spending it for the experience as well as the content, right? So if a box costs $100, give me back 75% of that value, please.
Correct. Right.
I'll eat the 25%. I'll eat the $25 on that particular box just to do the experience. And we're doing videos, so it's fun. It's interactive. Yeah. It's just a reason to go live. But don't give me $10 in books and charge me $100. And don't put your silly little price tags on it either. Telling me this book is worth this much and this one's worth this much.
Right. And Snitchels is asking who was it that burned them? Nemesis Prime did it on 3 Men in a Basement. He did a very dark, very, very dark video, and it's pretty interesting. So, and agreed. And you know what, Gary? And you see, this is the difference. I'm a collector. I like to be on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. But you're a dealer, right? When you go to shows, you have your booth set up. So you have your books priced at what you think is fair market value, if not way below fair market value when it comes to buying books from you. But then to see them, to jack the prices up is just sickening. It's disrespectful. So
It is. And I have, they still sold out the next batch of books, which is mind blowing to me.
yeah,
But
right. Well, they didn't get any money from me, so nor will they.
nah, me either. Never
Yeah,
again.
yeah. So
That was crazy. That computer thing. I can't get over that.
well, it happened better. It could happen now, like you said, than tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, what was crazy was I shut my computer down and I'm still watching like on my phone.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, Ever's just running the show here. All right, let me see if I can get back on. And
Yeah, right,
like
right.
everything came back like normal. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely there.
I don't know
But
what
it's
that
fun,
was.
man, right. So Gary, do you want to talk a little bit about the swap? Or
Oh,
not the
yeah.
swap, the crawl.
The crawl? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was first of all, thanks to everyone. Not only the people who went, but everybody who watched the videos on your channel, on my channel,
Yep.
all the comments, we got just such a positive like feedback. And not only that, how many screenshots did I send you of other shops that people were recommending in the Connecticut area?
Right. And so I want to say thank you for sending me that, and thank you for the people who made those comments in, because where I live in central Connecticut, those are shops that I typically don't make my way out to, but I found the one in Deep River, Connecticut, and I found the one up in Enfield, Connecticut, which is north of me. And when I get back from Maine, I'm going to go check it out, and I'm going to go see what we can do in order to get the 3 Men in a Basement crew in there again. So
yeah, and if you I mean, I'm not supposed to leave the tri-state area because of work and everything,
right,
but
right.
like with everything going on, but I would imagine you're gonna, again, like you said, reach out to some of these shops, because I don't know why these shops wouldn't want us in there.
Correct. Right. Yes. And that was the big thing when I reached out to my LCS, the eye opener, and I said, Art Mesa, legend in the industry in Connecticut, would you open up 2 hours early? He looked at me and goes, for how many guys? I go,
Yeah.
well, how many would you want me to bring? He goes, 2 or 3. I said, how about 10? He goes, no problem. Right. And then, so Heroes Legacy in Manchester. Yes. Sean, I do want to answer that. I do go to Heroes Legacy. I enjoy that store a lot. They're good guys there. And then when I reached out to J&S Collectibles for them to set up in their garage for us, and then Sarge's was the home run, and that's my brother's LCS. And that was
fun.
That was
Dude, when I went downstairs,
oh my God,
I was all alone.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where to start. I was like shaking. I'm like, okay,
right.
I only have so much time before everyone ends up down here.
Correct. And then little by little, everybody was down there. And then I went back upstairs, and there's Matt Forge at a bunch of long boxes that had stuff on top of it. When I mean stuff, I mean it had like photos and pictures. So these were boxes that people hadn't even have gone through. And I'm like, what do you got there, Matt? He goes, shh, don't tell everybody. Everybody's downstairs. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So we went digging. And man, did I pass up a big book, man. I passed that Doom book up, and I am kicking myself for that money that I could have bought that book for. But
you're talking about the annual 2?
The annual 2. I was looked at it. I said, this is, I don't know what I was thinking. I had a little bit of shell shock because I just spent $500 with J&S Collectibles to upgrade my X-Men 101 and to get the 337 and stuff like that. So,
dude, let me tell you, I wish I was next. I would have tried to talk you out of that move.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I thought he was a little high on the price.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I also think that he has done me right in so many other deals that I have gone through that, it's okay.
All right.
Yeah. Wonderland Comics in Putnam. Right. So Wonderland, Lance Collins is saying Wonderland Comics. That was a store that was closed that day. I don't frequent it, but that might be a store that I go to and ask if we can get in there. So that's good to know too.
So here's the important thing that I learned from the crawl.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the most important thing is you can't just go to any shop. With the group that we had, we needed shops with back issues.
Correct. Right.
You couldn't just walk into a shop that just had some pops on the wall and the weekly books.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have worked for us.
That wouldn't have worked at all. That wouldn't have worked.
So these shops, it's almost like you have to go scout them out first.
Yep. Right. Emerald Knight. Yeah, I go to CliffCon in Connecticut all the time. Yeah. CliffCon is I go there on a monthly basis when they had it. So I'm always popping in there. Yeah. So you have to go, Gare, with shops that have been around, they're established, They got the long boxes, they got the stuff because, you know, we're not just going like we're not buying recent books, right? Like, except if you're Justin digging through Star Wars stuff, that's one thing.
Well, I'm not gonna.
You
I
know?
did buy a couple Thor 4s, and I
Oh, you
think
did?
Jay did too.
Yes, I did too. I did too. So
See?
I did too. I think we all did because we had so many of them, you know?
Mm.
So, and it was great. I mean, we had the Forge guys, we had Uncle Frank, we had Joe C, you know, and you know, it was funny because at one point I'm like, all right, guys, it's time to leave. And somebody looks at me and goes like, he's like, dude, are you like the tour guide? I'm like, look, man, we got a schedule to keep. We got a schedule to keep, you know? So kind of go with that. And then, in between, Garrett, remember we stopped off and we saw
this guy.
We saw our buddy Dave Levesque, the silk screener for the crew right there.
Which I still have to reach out to him because I do want to make. I want a shirt. I have a shirt idea to go through him. Right. You know, I have my regular ones with my people, but
this one right here,
that one right there. I'd like Dave to do something that, you know, I don't know pricing or anything, but we'll talk.
Yeah. Now listen, he's always great on price and great in service. And, you know, between the shirts of the NY Warriors and the Lords t-shirts and stuff like that, you'll always get a quality product from Dave.
Morgan's looking to sell an X-Men 1. You need one?
Ooh, jeez. I don't, but X-Men 1. Morgan, what's the grade on that? I'd like to see what, I
don't know.
The Raw Dog, or now he's,
oh God, this is heartbreaking, huh?
This is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. I'll let you talk about this, Garrett, then I'll tell you my thoughts.
What?
Well, I was just 3-0. Jeez,
3-0. I have a 3-5. It looked nice next to the 3-0.
So
Terrificon. We can touch on this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do think it's necessary to cancel the convention.
Agreed.
But I don't want to say what I think you're going to roll into.
Yep.
But Terrificon for me is a great show. And I don't think it's the greatest show in the world. It is outstanding. I still say Baltimore is probably the best show that I go to.
Yep.
It's probably Terrificon's a close second. And at that, it's probably even getting really close to Baltimore. The thing that Baltimore has that Terrificon doesn't is that on-site grading. If you brought on-site grading to Terrificon, it would be on par with Baltimore.
Yeah.
I truly believe so.
I agree. So when I look at Terrificon from when I first started going to what it is now, I go to Terrificon. I go to Mohegan from Friday. And last year I stayed through Sunday night. I actually left on Monday. And it was such a fun night on Sunday just because, one, everybody kind of wrapped up with it. I got to say goodbye to everybody. Everybody kind of left. And then my wife and I went out and we had a good night. And so that was a lot of fun while the kids stayed in the room. I was just recently at Mohegan Sun for my 20th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Quite a milestone.
Yeah, it was quite a milestone. And we were actually supposed to be in Puerto Rico, but because of everything, we didn't go. But so we went to Mohegan and we spent the night. And as I was walking through Mohegan, walking through the corridors, I realized, God damn, do I miss Terrificon. And I miss Terrificon for a bunch of different reasons. I miss it for getting together and seeing everybody from, you know, the tri-state area, Ex-Illusionary from New York, PJ Morris, you know, hanging out at your booth. I mean, your booth really, Gary, was it was like Moonbase Alpha, right? It's where everybody kind of congregated, you know, that's where everybody
I had so many people's bags and
yes. Yeah. And then
all the conventions, I'm going to miss everything this year. But again, I do think it's necessary. New York is next on the hit list. There is no way New York Comic-Con happens. No way.
No way. Baltimore, what are your thoughts on Baltimore? Do you think Baltimore is going to happen?
I would be very surprised. And here's why. I'd be very surprised if Baltimore happens. So let's say Maryland has 0 cases, or let's say they're doing great. It doesn't mean anything because you have all the talent coming in from across the country.
Correct. Right.
Do they really want to get on airplanes? Do they want to be sitting there? So that's the thing. The vendors, they're driving. Right. For the most part, that's not a big deal. But the talent, the artists, the writers, the actors, whoever's there, they're flying in. Do they feel comfortable coming to a show and interacting with people? Me as a vendor. So I was talking to my wife about this. If Terrificon had happened, if New York Comic-Con had happened, if East Coast Comic-Con had happened, I have a huge buffer. You know, unless I'm coming up to the table to exchange a book for money, you know, I'm not shaking anyone's hands. I'm not hugging anyone. I have tables in front of me, and then I have another 8 feet I can step back.
Yes.
These guys, these artists, these writers are sitting at a table.
Right.
So they don't have that big window that they can move back from. Not only that, you have people waiting in line on top of each
course.
other.
How
it's
can
just
right. If you like, I remember Chris Claremont's line. And first of all, let's face it, the guys that I'm going after, they're not going after. The guys that I'm going to meet and get signatures, they're not the Donnie Cateses, they're not the young guys, you know what I mean, who are a little bit more resilient. It's the older guys who, you know, should be more self-conscious of their health, you know, the Chris Claremonts and stuff like that. Now, if you told me that a Chris Claremont line had to have 6 feet of people,
oh
you
God,
know,
you'd be
spaced
back in your hotel room.
Yeah, right. You'd be in a parking lot. You'd have a line in a parking lot. Mitch would have a line through the parking garage all the way through, just so people could do that. So I agree with you. It's a matter of, do these artists want to come and risk that, which I think is, you know, is difficult. So, you know what? Let's err on the side of caution. When you look at the grand scheme of thing, yes, it sucks. But hey, listen, I think that everybody's YouTube channel and all their content is growing incredibly because of this. And listen, if we can't be sitting at a con talking or sitting across at each other BSing, why aren't we just doing it right here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which we're doing. So,
and you know what it is? You and I are on screen, yeah, but every single person in the chat we're trying to interact with, which is just like being at a show.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
sort of, you know,
for the most part, right? You know, so Randy Sloan is saying a small local con in 2 weeks, masks are required, a limited number of people, right? People in and out. You're going to have people clicking people in, clicking people out. So
that's tough.
That is going to be tough.
It's tough. But you know, man, for me, the conventions, it's the social aspect that's the most fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to sell some books, make a couple bucks. That is fun. But granted, I'm working, you know, carrying these boxes. Just meeting everybody is just an absolute blast.
Yeah. No,
and it sucks that we're not going to be able to do it this year. But you know, we're going to be at it next year.
Yeah. Love it.
I had such grand plans for YouTube this year for the conventions, man. I had video ideas for the shows. I had so many different things, and we're just gonna have to postpone it a year.
Yeah, right. And in reality, you know what? A year seems like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. We'll get through this. We'll move on. Yeah, agreed.
It's not. What's going on, Alex? Hey, if anybody in the chat has any questions or anything, please feel free. We've already been on an hour. I don't know how long you wanted to stick around, Everett. But
no, I'm good. You know what I mean? I got a couple more minutes before I
hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, we can.
And again, we have the auction going on tomorrow night, 7:00 Eastern on this channel. Me, Jay, Roger. We're gonna move a lot of books. It's gonna go very quickly. I've got again, if you're just showing up, I've got 22 buy it now scheduled for tomorrow, and 31 auctions. You're looking at over 50 combined items. You know, a lot of them were lots and single books and slabs. But if I can get through all of this, and I don't know how much stuff Roger really has, I'll start taking requests like last time, which was a lot of fun too. So, Body Skywalker. Now there's a question. Why don't you like Superman? Because I like Batman. You can't like both. Right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
7 p.m. Eastern Time, Comics Addiction. We'll be doing PayPal, Venmo, you know, shipping prices, and we'll talk. Everything will be explained early on. I'll tell you, Jay's a great moderator. And you know what I'm going to do too? And I don't know if this is a little bit of overkill. Tell me what you think. We go over the rules as soon as the auction starts. These auctions go for 5 hours. We need to go over the rules maybe every 30 to 45 minutes because it's a lot. So we'll see.
Is a lot, yeah. So and you're going to be moving a lot of stuff, and it moves quickly, you know. So
here's a good one. Best $50 book to buy. What do you think?
Best $50 book to buy, a minor key. You know, now if we're talking raw or graded, I would be going after a Mr. Sinister for $50 raw. I would be going after
a great book to pick.
Yeah, I'd also say a first Lobo. It's not a first Omega Red. You can get those for $40 or $50. So
first Omega Red high grade raw you can get for $25 to $30.
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister is starting to creep up. I would say a high grade Mr. Sinister is probably raw around $40. The book that you've probably heard me talk about, and I'm looking around now, and I always talk about is Green Lantern 25. That is the first Larfleeze, first Atrocitus, the first appearance of the emotional spectrum. That is a book. If the HBO Green Lantern show takes off and is as good as I think it's going to be, watch out for that book.
Yeah.
And that's probably about a $20 to $25 book, raw and high grade. There are 2 covers. One is a 1 in 10 Gary Frank, and the other one, I believe, is an Ivan Rice.
Right. Wow. You know, not to you know what I just finished reading? I sold a whole lot, which I'm upset with. I'm reading the Court of the Owls right now, the Batman Court of the Owls.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's amazing. It's amazing. I want to go buy it all back. I got to find out who I sold them to. I want them all back. I mean, Talon and the Court is just, it was fantastic.
Pick it up in the omnibus.
I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And right
because
now,
the omnibus runs through the first 3 arcs of the New 52, I believe.
Yeah, and then I'm also reading the First Lantern, Wrath of the First Lantern.
Oh, that's a newer book, isn't it?
It's a newer book. Like it was like a crossover. Jeff Johns. It's the Wrath of the First Lantern. So you've got a lot of the different. You've got your Red Lanterns. You got your Spectrums and stuff like that. So just good stuff. I got the DC app, so I've been reading stuff on the iPad.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So.
Rush, Die Hard. Gary, did you get the CGC 8.0 Werewolf by Night #1 at the last comic book collection? Your video you released today. Yes, I bought that entire collection. I guess I wasn't clear on that because I had a few people in the comments say which books, what books did you pick? Did you cherry pick? Like, no, I bought the whole thing. That was actually purchased about a month ago.
Oh, jeez.
And I finally got around to posting the video. I've been so backed up. What else we got here?
Yeah.
Here we go. Any cheap Spider-Man keys that will be up tomorrow? Buy it nows. I have an ASM 606, which is that J. Scott Campbell Spidey. Actually, it's this one. I'm not going to reveal the price.
Ooh.
I have that coming tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know what else I have. I have a spectacular Spider-Man lot with a whole bunch of minor keys in it. Variants and such.
Yeah, Roger's got a couple Spider-Man hip-hop variants, not the Miles ones, but I think he's gonna have the Spider-Gwen. I've got the up for auction. I've got the Romita variant. Looks like the Sinister 6. I call it the Sinister 10. I'll have that up there. That's a great book. I absolutely love that book. I'll have that up there. So there'll be some Spider-Man books from what I understand.
Have you read Immortal Hulk? I haven't. I've heard very mixed things. There's people who love it.
Yep.
And there's people who hate it.
Yeah, I started reading it. I actually stopped. I read up to about issue 20, 29 or 30. And then I pulled back. I do. I have all the Immortal Hulks. Yeah. Yeah.
There's the one below all.
Yeah, that's right. So
was it 12? Number 12?
12, yeah. And then Dr. Fry too. So
yeah, Dr. Fry is a big one.
Yeah. So, but it was a good take on it. It was something interesting. It was something interesting to read when I wanted to read something different.
It was like a horror, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely like a horror, very, very dark and, and the way they wrote it. So good stuff.
Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one for you because I know you've been involved with the specs. Do you think they would ever incorporate Arcade into any movies? I feel like he'd be a good villain, and Murder World would be a cool concept to see in film, maybe even a Deadpool 4 or 5 movie. I'll let you take this because I already know the answer.
Yeah, I'd like to see Arcade. I don't think Arcade can be a major villain. I think he could be a henchman kind of thing. I think Murder World would be really cool. I love the whole concept. That X-Men book 117, I think, with him on the cover, and then there was a Marvel team up. I always liked Arcade. Didn't get a lot of the spotlight like he should have, but you pair him up with another villain, I think you're gonna have a good movie. So, but yeah, it's a good book to have. Good X-Men stuff. So.
Daniel Hernandez, he picked up 3 more Green Lantern 25s, bring him to 13 copies. I'm telling you, it's a very affordable key. Oh, Dan, here we go. So if you were forced to cut your current pull list down to 3 titles, which 3 are you keeping? So my pull list is super small. So I'm keeping Thor, which I've been pulling since Jason Aaron way years ago. I've had Thor pulled. I have Thor. I have Batman pulled. I have right now. I have Death Metal being pulled. I have 110,000% will have every Three Jokers book being pulled. You've got my favorite writer and my favorite artist working on a book. That's Jeff Johns writing it with Jason Fabic doing the art. So I'd probably toss out Death Metal, which is crazy.
Yep.
And keep Batman, keep Thor, and go with Three Jokers.
Wow. Yeah. You know, my pull list right now isn't really much of anything. I was collecting all the X books, all the Hickman stuff. I collected all of them. You know, the Excalibur. I would keep the Excalibur. I enjoyed that. The Three Jokers. I'm absolutely gonna, be on top of that. Or the Joker Wars. I'm sorry, the Joker Wars. And then that's pretty much it, you guys. I mean, I'm more of like the Bronze and Silver Age collectors. I enjoy reading older books. Just because, even though it's more wordy, it brings you back to a different time. And the Thor books, I love the Thor books. King Thor. What was the other one? King Thor, and
you got Unworthy Thor, God of
Thunder, all that stuff. I loved all that.
Thor, God of Thunder is probably the greatest Thor arc ever.
That was a great arc. That was fantastic.
I mean, this Thor run's been very good. I mean, it's got a lot of hype behind it, but Chuck, we opened those things back at like the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
About an hour ago.
You have to go back.
Yeah.
So,
let's see. Gary, Green Lantern guys, Emerald Dawn 1 and 2 worth anything? Not too much. I don't believe. Yeah. Do you do anything DC?
Like I said, I'll go and I'm doing the Joker stuff. I was doing the metal because I enjoyed it. I was buying the Matina variants.
Did you read Death Metal #1 that came out a couple weeks ago?
I did not read Death Metal #1.
Did you pull it?
No. I did, yes. So I do have that. But again, it's been, I don't know. I'm kind of hemming and hawing with modern stuff. I just don't like the way things are going. I just need something, but I enjoy the reading of the stuff. So that's why I'm going back and reading stuff digitally. Like Stan Lee said, I'd rather, touch a pair of boobs. Yeah. So I have a Tales to Astonish 35 low grade. Let's see.
Isn't that second Ant-Man? Texas Flay. Would y'all have a Star Wars 42 for sale by any chance? I'll tell you right now. What's that? Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
I have a 9.4 that is not currently scheduled for the auction tomorrow, but if we blow through everything and you're in there and you request it, maybe we'll get to that one. But that's a 9.4 first appearance of Boba Fett. That's a nice book.
That's a nice book. That's a great. I have that book in.
Sean McLaughlin. He needs to cut his pull list down. He's got too many books. When I was on second shift and before my daughter was born, my pull list was crazy.
Right.
I have Venom on my pull list too.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what I'd cut it down to. I definitely go Three Jokers and Thor. No doubt.
I did like the Silver Surfer Black. Somebody just said something about the Silver Surfer Black.
Well, did you read that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a nice one. Is there any upside to Alias? Is what's her name going to come back, or is it DOA permanently? Jessica Jones. All right, I'll tell you right now. With all the rumors, all the Daredevil rumors, I think you're the guy to talk to about that as well. If Daredevil comes to the MCU or Disney Plus, and I'm talking same actor and everything, I have to assume that the entire group could come back. Except for Iron Fist. He needs to be recast.
Agreed to everything you just said. And I think you have to start with Charlie Cox. I think Charlie Cox is a great Matt Murdock and he's a great Daredevil. Okay.
Awesome.
I know Jessica Jones got a lot of heat for the second season, but I thoroughly enjoyed the first season. I enjoyed the Patsy Walker storyline. I enjoyed everything. And then every good movie, and I'm going to say this, I learned this from my good friends, Mr. Ken, from many years ago. To make a successful hero movie, your villain has to be the baddie bad, right? You know what I mean? You can't have a good superhero movie and not have a strong villain. For example, Magneto, right? Fantastic. Fassbender was fantastic. Ian McKellen was fantastic as Magneto. Magneto was kind of your gray villain. But Purple Man, I can't think of his name. The actor who played him was just absolutely fantastic, and he was a great villain. So even with that great villain, made that show, I think, so much better because he was such a strong villain when you come to it. So, and I could, there's a bunch of them that I could rattle off as far as great villains, Joker, Bane, I'm just thinking offhand of all these things. You have to have a strong villain or the movie's just going to bomb. And, that's what I truly believe when it comes to it. So the villain has to be a good villain. And that's why I think Alias, the first season was good. And I just finished season 3 of Daredevil.
Oh my God. Season 3 of Daredevil was the best of any of all those shows, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I will say, though, this 12 Minutes of Paradise in season 2 could be my favorite episode on anything that's on Netflix right now, where Punisher was in jail and Daredevil coerced him to go take out that guy. And
I didn't even watch season 2 of Daredevil.
Oh my God. It's called, so you got to watch this one episode. It's called 12 Minutes in Paradise, where Daredevil coerces the Punisher to go after one of the guys that's running the jail. He's a B-list actor. And then he kills his whole crew. And then the guards turn on him. And it's like a 12-minute fight scene, continuous fight scene of Punisher fighting his way out. And it's just unbelievable. It's
fantastic. Like season 3 when Murdoch was coming out.
Yes, right.
Charlotte, like one straight shot.
Yes. Oh my God. Phenomenal.
Dave Levesque, any early Daredevil tomorrow? There can be if we get through everything I have planned. Absolutely.
Oh, Dave's going after Daredevil. He's usually a spider guy.
He's an ASM guy.
He's an ASM guy.
Yeah.
He's sitting on that FF Annual 2.0 signed by Sinnott.
Yeah, let me get that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it too.
How many do you have now?
I only have 2 left. I sold the 2. Actually, I have 2 slabbed and 2 raws. So
let me get some of those. What do you mean? What are you selling?
You got enough.
I don't have enough. I have a couple.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up there in grade wise. My high, I have 2 5.5s. I'd like to get that somewhere around an 8.5.
My highest is only an 8. That's a hard book to get high grade. Squarebound,
and a book that people really weren't paying much attention to. It's a real trippy cover. The birth of Franklin Richards, nobody really cared about. Annihilus didn't really catch holds, so
I always liked him.
Yeah.
Annihilus is awesome. He's my man. Let's go.
Let's go. You
let's
see him in the MCU. Right there. All right.
Anthony, are you excited for movie night? Disney Plus series? Well, you don't think Disney can pull it off without making it children friendly. I don't even know what that is. Movie night?
Yeah, I don't know.
No Harley Quinn scheduled for tomorrow, but again, you can absolutely request it.
Yeah, Roger might have some Harley books. Not a BA-12, but I think he might have some Harley books. I think I remember looking at that. So,
yes, Kenneth, there will be some Fantastic Four. I have 3 Silver Age Fantastic Four books, all signed by Sinnott.
Oh my God. There were so many missed opportunities for me to see him in the later years, and I just screwed up on every single one of them, and it just never happened.
I'm so glad. Like, he was at Incredicon, my small little mall show.
Yep.
And I was able, he did the Loki sketch for me. So I have a Thor sketch from him and a Loki sketch from him.
God damn.
Amazing. Charged me $100.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I'm into those 2 things for $200, and they're, it's such a feathery touch.
Yeah.
Like,
and those will never leave your collection, right, Gary?
No.
I mean, no, why would you, right? Like,
you heard this, right? Keanu Reeves possibly being Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze.
Oh.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. It's been going back and forth. So, I mean, with all these actors and stuff like that, until they're really named, we'll have to see.
I don't have any first Winter Soldier coming tomorrow. I do have a first appearance Winter Soldier at CGC right now, pre-screening 9.8. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone, that comes back 9.8. However, I do have a Captain America 20 lot, which with 3 different covers. That's the first Falcon as Captain America. Oh, I just saw a good one here. Anthony, another good one. Are you excited for the Moon Knight TV series for Disney Plus, or do you think? I think it will be good.
Yes.
Yep. I think it will be good.
Right. I think it'll be good because, well, first of all, if they have a good directing team around it and they have a good team around it, they're not going to let Moon Knight flop, right? They've been talking about Moon Knight for so long, and they know that it's such a hidden gem and such a diverse character that they're not going to let it flop. Like, I've been watching The Mandalorian again for the second time after I watched the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting to see how they did everything. And with the technology that they have, they're not going to let it flop. They have Moon Knight is too deep of a character for you to let it flop. So I
no,
think
they'll do a good job.
Yep.
Body Skywalker, do you think Fantastic Four will get another really good run? I do. This is what I think is going to happen. When the Fantastic Four news really starts to become more and more solid, director news, script news, when all this stuff really comes forward, you're going to see a great writer on Fantastic Four. You may see Hickman back on it. Somebody will be on Fantastic Four to bring that back to the relevant. That's how I think. That's what I think.
Yep.
Comics Addiction, Mask of the Phantasm is on Netflix. That's probably my favorite animated movie. Like that's I remember watching that as a kid, seeing Batman bleed and being like, oh my God.
Yeah, right. There was a good question right there. Ken Solo. Choose DC Presents 26, CGC 94, or Uncanny X-Men 121 Raw VF Plus. Decisions.
I would take the 26.
You would, okay.
But I'm a DC guy.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a mutant guy, so I would go the 121, I think.
Yeah.
So, and again, right, Gary, what do we say? It depends on your collection, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, the DC 26 isn't going to go down in price. And it is a solid grade at a 9.4. You already know that. The 121, listen, 121, 121 Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight has so many different legs to move on, and they don't all have to be mutants. They can be different types of characters, and it's just a book that, you know, could be a longer, you know, plus.
Here you go. For this is a great question because I don't think I have an answer. For the owners of Edge of Spider-Verse 2, which is the first Spider-Gwen, and Ultimate Fallout 4, which is the first Miles Morales, should they be looking to sell these now or hold on to them? I see both are heating fast. This is going to sound crazy, as expensive as they are. I think there's room because if they hit the MCU, it's going to go to another stratosphere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Dave in the Cave and Brian Daniel with the super chats. Thank you so much, Jeff, for support. Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
Brian Daniel, thank you so much. There was a good question up here. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. Hold on. Let me scroll up here. There was a good question. It was a Fantastic Four question. What's wrong with the current Fantastic Four? I'm not reading Fantastic Four, so I don't know how good or bad it is. But what I do know is that Donny Cates, everything that guy touches turns to gold, and everyone's talking about Venom and Thor. You need that kind of hype around Fantastic Four. Correct. And I think it can be done.
Right.
Nobody's talking about Fantastic Four books, right?
Not at all.
Yeah. Everyone's talking Venom. Everyone's talking
Null.
Thor. All that. So that's what I mean when I say Fantastic Four is going to get a big push when the movie starts becoming a little more coming, getting closer.
Donnie needs to write ASM. So
Anthony, Gary, if you were to start a collection today, would you choose a Phantom Rider, Carter Slade, number 2? I don't even know. What are those?
Yeah.
What are those books?
With those?
Anthony, you got me. I have no idea. Roger's got a DC Comics Presents tomorrow. You know what? I think I do too. We'll make sure we don't put them on at the same time. I think I have that. I think I have the DC Comics Presents 26 with a Teen Titans 44 going at the same time, which is the first Nightwing.
Right.
I
want to feel this question from Dave Levesque here. I picked up a Spider-Verse 2 last month for $450. I'm committed to selling it, or I'm considering selling it. But consider selling it for what, though? That would be my question, right? If you were to buy it for another book that fits your collection, that's one thing. To have it to sit on it, but just know that you're never going to get that book again for $450 ever again, right? Like, it's never going to go down in price.
It's gone.
It's gone, right? So if you were to send it in and get graded, take the chance, you might double your money, hopefully, and you can buy something that will suit your collection. Like, let's face it, I sold an Ultimate Fallout 4, the Djurjevic variant, right? I sold it for $1,000. Now,
And you were probably ecstatic when you did that.
I was, and did I know that book was going to go up? I knew it was going to go up, not to the extent that it was, but I won it in a raffle, so I was very fortunate. And I bought 2, maybe 3. I brought a bronze, a silver key that fit my collection much more. You know what I mean? Than this Djurjevic 4. Like, I have an Ultimate Fallout 4 that I bought 2 years ago. So that's never going to leave my collection. But now with the variant that I won in a raffle, I said, you know what? Let me buy something else. So I ended up buying some good books for that. So it depends, Dave.
So before we get into this one, let's do this really quick, and then I do want to talk about collections. Are you guys enjoying the Harley Quinn animated series? I haven't watched it. I don't watch a tremendous amount of TV. I know all you guys think I watch a lot of TV because I talk about Below Deck a lot, but it's literally one of the very few shows I watch. But I know for a fact you love Harley Quinn.
Love it. I watch it. I laugh out loud. I watch other episodes. I watch repeat episodes. The writing is so on point. It breaks the fourth wall in so many different ways. The actors that voice it are just phenomenal. It's violent. It's funny. It's very true to not true to the comic books, but it brings in so many different characters from the DC universe. It's an absolute home run. Absolute home run.
Deep Dive Comics. How many of each 3 Jokers did you pre-order? Like you, I have order every cover. I plan on keeping one set and sending the other off to my LCS. He hooks me up like crazy. I told him I want everything, so I'm sure he'll have it for me. That's not coming out till like the end of August now, isn't it? It was supposed to come out in June. Look at this guy. Look at John Patrick. Back in February, I spent $75 on Ultimate Fallout 4 and a 9.4 and Edge of Spider-Verse 2 for $125 in 9.6 at the same time. I'm so happy I bought those.
Well, you got to find them. Right? You should be. Right. And then you get lucky, right, Garrett? Sometimes you get lucky with stuff, and
yeah.
I don't know how to say this, but when Spider-Verse came out, I always listen. So there's a lot of people in the IG community that I listen to for comic book investing for certain reasons. And one of the people that I listen to quite often is Dennis 4 Comics. Dennis 4 Comics has an amazing collection, but he's also a smart investor when it comes into these certain books. And he had drilled in my head that, like what I said to everybody before, Spider-Man hits on so many different ages, a group of people. So immediately, first of all, the movie with Miles was fantastic, right? It was a home run. The soundtrack was great. Everything was great. It was just a great movie in general, and everybody loved it. And then once I heard that they were going to sign for another movie, I bought them all. I bought the Spider-Man Noir. I bought the Peter Porker. I bought the Spider-Gwen because it just clicks on all cylinders. So, yeah.
Mr. DeButch is here. We were talking about tomorrow's auction. He'll have a good time. Daniel Hernandez, this is a great question. Should I sell my Venom 3 third print signed by Cates and Stegman 9.8? Yeah, to me. But no, you should hold on to that book. You should hold on to that book. Or sell it to me at a fair price. Let me see here. Here you go. Brian, I drove around today getting a Gold Negan Lives #1. I hope I didn't waste my time. Sell it quick. That's what I would do with that book.
What's one, Zach? Here?
Gold, the Negan Lives book. Yep. So each store got 1 gold and 2 silver.
Sell it.
So I would sell that thing now while it's hot.
If you're not a Walking Dead fan, sell it. Get a good return on it and buy something that fits your collection.
Speaking of Walking Dead, we'll have Walking Dead #1 tomorrow and a CGC 9.6 going for a buy it now. Keep an eye on that. No Doombots tomorrow. It's a family show.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Snitchels, thoughts on Predator going to Marvel? Should be good, man. Just needs the right writer. Like anything with the right writer works.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, me too, Jay. I was in there with you. That was a bummer. Jackson started collecting ASM a couple years ago. I have 14 of the first 20. Good for you. I want to get 1 through 700 at some point. Should I keep getting keys or fillers? Any advice? Grab the keys when you find them at a good price.
Correct.
That's what I would say.
Right. At decent grades, though, because you can also, what we always talk about, you can also upgrade good introductory copies, right? You don't need to go after,
Oh yeah.
first Craven at an 8.0. If you can find it at a 3.5, 5.0, grab it, get a couple other fillers, and then bring it to a con, keep it as equity, as I like to say, and you can move on. I mean, I just picked up a first Electro. It's a 3.5. My ideal grade in all those Spider-Man keys are somewhere around the 5. Would I love them? Would I love to have them all in 7s? You're right, but I'd love to have a toilet made of gold too. So,
Hey, yeah, you just can't. Sometimes you just can't.
You just can't. So that's what I think about that.
John Patrick, my man, lives about 30 minutes from me. He lives up in Rhinebeck, New York, and the local comic shop in Rhinebeck, New York, his son goes to quite often, and his wife goes to, and they're like really tight. So, yeah, my man signed like a ton of copies for the LCS in his town.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was pretty cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, Justin's dropping a new video tomorrow on 3 Men, part 1 of his comic crawl haul video. Let me tell you, Justin did work at this crawl, right? Like, if there was somebody that gets the gold,
I forgot he was even there.
I don't even think he talked to anybody. He didn't talk to anybody. He sat right next to me in the car. He didn't talk to anybody. He was just working. And Nemesis Prime was all primed up, and David McCabe made this. And I've seen this with Justin when we went to Baltimore. We went to Terrificon. Like, his brain just clicks into this overdrive mode, and he's in total prime mode, and he just digs, and he'll sit there and he goes through every single book, just da 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 da. And Dave looks at me and he goes, "Oh, I've seen this many times." And I said, "I believe it. I'm starting to see it now." So,
who is running the 3 Men channel right now? While you're here with me, Justin's under Nemesis Prime. Dave's here. Who's running it?
I don't know. You got hacked. Oh, that's got to be Justin, because if he's coming up with the red, yeah, he's got to be coming up as both. So I haven't typed anything in a while. So Justin's doing double.
Yeah, Justin did 47 parts to the crawl. He had a stat. Like, I went into the crawl saying, I'm going to get some video. This is going to be fun. This will be a cool video. I spent like $500. I don't know what this guy spent, because his stack was like a short box. It was crazy.
But Gary, you weren't really it was funny. You left the eye opener. You're like, I might need some more money, right? Like, you were like, you didn't expect to buy, right? You expected to go. Well, we had talked about this. You were like, I want to go. I don't want to miss out hanging out with you guys. I don't want to be watching this. If I have the opportunity to be there, I want to be there, which was fantastic. But then all of a sudden, we're an hour and a half into it. You're like, I think I need to get more money.
Wesley Campbell, I don't know. Ask the man on screen.
Yeah, no, I saw the notes. That was pretty funny. That was pretty good. Blade Runner with the
$4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Which is a better buy and hold? X-Men 1 in a 3.5 or 181 in a 9.0? X-Men 1.
Yeah. You know why? Because I hate Hulk 181 is my grail. But you could find I don't want to say this. There's lots of 181s out there. The X-Men ones are becoming so scarce because people are starting to hoard them. People who can afford it are buying multiple copies. And they're just not out there as much. Right, Gary? Wouldn't you say that?
The X-Men ones or the 181
ones? The X-Men
ones. Very, very hard to come by.
Yeah, 181s.
Here's Roger. We used my wife's car for the crawl, and I keep telling her to look for Gary's ransom note, but she keeps forgetting. That wasn't a ransom note. That was a save me note.
Yeah. Well, we had a good question right here. What was it? Is it worth buying the Ultimate Fallout 4 in a sealed bag? And is it worth the second print?
Anything is worth buying at the right price.
Correct. And I would say yes.
Remember that.
Yep.
Anthony, which do you recommend me start hold on, Gary, do you recommend me start my collection with First Submariner number 12 or Aquaman 61? I don't even know those keys. Do you?
No, First Submariner 12 or Aquaman 61. I don't know.
Probably Submariner right now.
Yeah.
Sequential Geek. If variant covers ended next FOC, what does that stand for? Why don't I know that?
What would be the variant cover? Final is it Final Cut? I don't know. What would it be? Which artist would you need to see by? Does anyone else think James O'Barr should do the Annihilation Race?
Sequential Geek. That is a long-winded question.
Yeah, that's a question I'd pass off to Justin Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, ask him.
Final Order Cutoff. Yeah, that's what I thought. What would be the variant cover by which artist would you need to see or buy? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've just got ogle over the variants. That's what Justin's the variant whore. He's the one that knows all of them. Dave in the Cave is, Dave in the Cave is up on it too. So I don't know. The high ratio variants, that's Dave in the Cave's job. Not job, but that's his forte. Nemesis, Justin's all the variants, me, Silver Age and Bronze stuff.
John Patrick, that's not a bad book to get, but I can't see her coming. That's what she said, but I can't. Dude, we've been on for like an hour and a half. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm about to lose my voice, so this was fun. I appreciate it.
All right. That's it. So remember, guys, tomorrow night on this channel, 7 o'clock Eastern, we're going to start the auction. Me and Mr. Roger Levesque from 3 Men in a Basement, and of course, Debucha 105. Is it 105? I always say just Debucha 105. We're going to be running an all-night auction. It's going to go pretty late. It's going to go very long. I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm moving. I know Roger certainly does. Jay may sprinkle in some books now and again. We'll have a good time. A lot of buy it nows, a lot of auctions. It's going to be an absolute blast. A lot of this stuff. Yeah, definitely some of that.
I think I'm wearing your Very Gary shirt. Gary, show it.
You are.
Am I wearing
Look
the
how
Very Gary
baggy
shirt?
it is on you, though, now. Good
I know.
for you.
That was a couple pounds ago.
Yeah, you
But
need to
show the best part. I got to show you. Show the video again. The best part is Roger like pulling away because he thinks I'm gonna like. He's really like using the slow. Yeah,
scared out of his mind. So all 200 of you guys, thank you so much for even being here and watching us talk for a little bit. Hopefully, if you had questions, we got to them. And I thank you all. And once again, yeah, we will ship tomorrow. We will ship to Canada. It's just going to cost a little bit more. We'll go over all of that tomorrow. All the rules, everything. Everything's going to go on tomorrow. We're going to go over the rules several times throughout the night. Is there anything you wanted to say? What do you guys got going on your channel?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Justin's dropping a new video tomorrow. I dropped a video for my CGC pre-screen submissions. Next week, Justin, Roger, and Dave are going to go live. And then when I come back from Maine, the following week, we're going to go live on a Thursday night again. So we've got a lot of videos popping up. So guys, please head over to 3 Men in the Basement, sub up. Gary, I wanted to hop on for 10 minutes and I ended up staying for an hour and a half. And that's kind of like what we talk about. When we talk about this stuff, we want to make it feel that we're all sitting around the bar table, sitting around the bar.
Sitting at the convention.
Sitting at a convention, hanging out, chopping it up, and talking comics. So, the world right now we can't control, but we can control the people that we associate ourselves with. And I'm so happy to associate myself with all these people tonight. And good luck tomorrow, man. I hope you guys sell well, and I hope you guys pick up some great books.
Thank you. Big shout out to Mr. Jim Mint popping in here saying hello.
All right.
Thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you come tomorrow and buy some books.
Love
what else
it.
We got here? Yeah, Wesley Campbell. Yeah, so with me, I've got, so today I did 3 videos this week. Mondays, I don't even remember what Mondays was, but I know I had the garage tour was Wednesday, and today's video was another collection purchase. Oh, was it a magazine CGC unboxing Monday? I actually have a lot of stuff coming up, man. I have.
Here, how long did that magazine submission take you? Because
a while.
I submitted a FOOM 10. Rocket Comics, one of our sponsor, submitted the FOOM 10 for me at Chicago, and I'm just getting it back. Like
a long time.
So just buyer beware, or I should say submitter beware when you submit magazine size books to CGC, right?
Yeah. So my turnaround time was crazy long. So I had a 2-parter actually. So that I had the moderns, which went. And in that, I already did the video. I think you guys all saw. I have the value tier right there. I don't know the grades. I have to open it. I think there's 4 books in there. Some nice ones, man. Like the Vampirella #1. First, who else is in there? Shoot, first something. A bunch of firsts. I don't know. Really, really nice books. I have to do that video. I have a value tier CGC unboxing over there. I still have to open. I have a mail call unboxing, which I don't even remember what. Some people sent me stuff. I don't even know what's in there. So that should be a fun video.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. I currently have 100 pre-screen 9/8 at CGC. I have another 25 going out soon. Then I have 25 Spider-Man Unlimiteds going out and 25 Spawn 9s going out. So there'll be about 175 pre-screen 9.8s at CGC soon.
Wow, that's crazy.
I just have a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not quite sure what's coming out next week. Monday's video, I don't know what I'm going to do, but most importantly is tomorrow's auction. It's going to be a blast. We're starting at 7. Jay is going to be running it. I'm just going to let him run the show. What do you think? I think he'll be all right.
Let him run the show. Let him run the show. You know, you just don't.
All right. So that's it. We will see. Oh, man. We have another super chat. Is there any way? Oh, good question, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Is there any way I can get Superman versus Muhammad Ali slab? No, unfortunately, you can't. They do not do the Treasury Edition size books at CGC. Maybe someday, but no, they do not do that. They do magazine size. They do posters. They do trading cards now.
Yeah,
Pokemon and Magic, right? Yeah,
yeah.
And obviously comics.
I was just looking at Rogers. Rogers got a beautiful copy of that book. And if you look at it, all the, you know, I would, if I were to ever meet Neil Adams again, I would love to bring that book. And again, Neil Adams charges $50, and I hate paying Neil Adams. I've given Neil Adams a lot of $50 in my comic book collecting career, but that is one
book.
May
be more expensive next year.
Yeah, he definitely might be. I would have him, if I could pick up a beautiful copy, I would have him sign that. But while he's signing it, I would like to ask him where all the certain characters are. Like, you know, I saw the Fonz was in the cover. They had the Beatles are supposedly in that, you know, Jimmy Carter. So that would be a great conversation if anybody ever wants to talk to Neil, have a conversation with him about something. So, Gary, I just want to throw out, guys, listen, in the comic book community on Instagram, I'm Everett_Otto. If there's any questions that you ever have for me, if there's anything that you want to talk about comic book related, hit me up. I got all the time in the world right now. I'm a teacher during the school year, and we're not in school right now. Love to talk about anything. If you just want to reach out and say, hey, Otto, what do you think about this? I'll give you my honest opinion, or if you just want to chop it up. So I'm always willing to talk to anybody on Instagram. So Everett_Otto. So that's all I got.
All right. And last question, Rush Diehard. They do not do sports cards yet. They are currently looking for graders. They are definitely going to be getting into it, but I don't believe they're doing it quite yet. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think they're into it yet. And again, that's everything, guys. I hope to see everyone tomorrow night. It is going to be a blast. I cannot wait. Now, I know before we go, I know you're heading out to Maine, but you'll be watching, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be packing up, getting the car ready. I'll be, hanging out as much as I possibly can with everything. So I'll be supporting you guys as I'm loading the, it's like family vacation, right? I'm loading up the car, getting ready to go out. So
yeah. Jem's got this. I'd be very excited to watch this. Jem has just did an interview with CGC. Will be dropping soon. Knowing Jem, it's going to be definitely sooner than later, because I would imagine there's some good content and information in that interview, without a doubt. And I would bet they touch on the cards. Any chance you submit some cards?
I was a big card collector. I would be very geeked out when I tell you this. I used to play a Star Wars and Star Trek collectible card game. And this was back in the early 90s. And I'm sitting on so many of these that I would absolutely love to have graded, just to have accessories.
Just to have them encapsulated.
Right. I'm an accessory whore, you guys. I've said this from day one. I've become an accessory whore. Between the slab stands, the pops, and the displays that I use for all my books, I have become an accessory whore. So why not slab everything?
We all do it. We all do it.
Right.
So it looks like the interview is mostly only talked about cards. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure he's editing it up like as we speak, doing his thing. So keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be a great video. So that's it. Again, I hope to see all you guys tomorrow night. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait. Everett, thanks again for coming on. Literally last minute, like to open some boxes.
Yeah.
So, but that's it, guys. Thanks again. And we will see all of you tomorrow night. Keep it comics.